Hello, and welcome to Chicken and Raffles' Choose Your Own Adventure Adventures. I'm Chicken and Raffles. Hi. Way back in the ancient 1980s, TSR put out a series of Dungeons & Dragons themed Choose Your Own Adventure books. And I've always A, wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons, and B, been alone. So I picked up a pretty decent sized pile of these books, and we're going to jump into one, and out of the horrors of reality. First up, Book 3. Pillars of Pentegarn by Rose Estes. Now, I'm not going to be reading these all the way through, but the opening of this one is too good to pass up. A scaly, bark-covered hand wraps its long, thin fingers around your shoulder. A wispy voice whispers, "Excuse me, friend. I need to tidy up around you." Your old friend, Tree, lowers a branch, and you climb on eagerly. You are always happy to rest in Tree's branches. His name is Tree. You are Jamie, a young villager living at the edge of a mysterious forest. Although the people of your village tell tales of woodland terrors and ferocious beasts lurking in these woods, you have spent your happiest moments rambling through the forest, climbing Tree's craggy trunk, and playing with your friends, Fox and Owl. So we're basically just chilling in the woods with our lazily named friends, talking about a group of adventurers headed toward the spooky-sounding Pillars of Pentegarn, when suddenly goblins! The goblins are on the trail of the adventurers from the last sentence, but lose interest quickly, so they throw some spears at Fox. They miss Fox, but manage to hit not only Owl, but Tree, in what is some of the most heart-wrenching writing I've ever read. When the last goblin pounds down the path, you scurry out from beneath your bush and rush to Tree. He moans softly, and his branches sway in pain. It's very sad. There's also a picture of the sad tree. It's very sad. Once we're done jamming moss in everyone's wounds, we have our first choice of the book. Go warn the adventurers of the goblins, or don't do that. This is a common choose your own adventure book trope, where the first choice is either go do the adventure, or the book's gonna kill you. And I don't want to die because I am stupid, so I'm gonna do the adventure. This is one of those pages that doesn't really do anything. It's just Fox and Owl and us. We go to the thing, and the goblins are still behind us. We run into the dark passage and trip a secret staircase switch, evading the goblins. Hooray! Under the stairs, we meet an old man, a buff dude with big buff muscles, and a lady with a knife. Turns out old man is actually King Pentegarn, and he brought his crew, Baltec and Lydia, and his magic staff to unfuck up his kingdom that was taken over by the evil master. Or the evil one. Or the master. I don't know, it's not clear. The book calls the bad guy 3 different things, but I think it's just one guy. So that's something they should work on. Now we have our first actual choice of the book. We can go with Pentegarn's plan, which is to find a cube of mystic forces and the ring of spell turning, which are things we need to fight the evil one, I guess. We can do Lydia's plan, which is to loot our way through the castle. She's a thief, turns out. We could do Baltec's plan, which is to punch our way through the castle. Or we can do our plan, which is we don't have a plan. I think if anybody knows their way around Castle Pentegarn, it's probably King Pentegarn. So let's go find out what a cube of mystic forces is. Pentegarn triggers a trapdoor that was apparently there the whole time, and the party jumps down a chute and into 4 goblins, 2 wolves, and some number of bats, I guess. Baltec tosses us a short sword, and we kill a wolf. That's not right. The great beast lands full upon you, and you fall backward. Its shaggy black fur covers your face, and its weight pins you to the ground. A warm, salty fluid oozes over your face. It's blood, but also gross. You wonder if you've been wounded, but the only pain you feel is the crushing weight of the wolf upon your chest. You slowly realize the beast no longer struggles. The wolf is dead. Hooray! We killed a dog. I feel sad now. Pentegarn is covered in bats, just a shit ton of bats. Baltec murders the remaining goblins and the wolf, saving Lydia in what is a tender, touching moment. Pale and shaken, Lydia sinks to the floor and says, "Thank you. I owe you one, fighter." "Any time," Baltec says, then smiles shyly and adds, "For you." But then also, the fighter strides towards Pentegarn, who is still overwhelmed by bats. This guy and the bats. Baltec rushes in to fight the bats, but then Pentegarn remembers how to do magic, and he puts Baltec and the bats to sleep, and then Lydia yells at him, but then he wakes up Baltec and it's fine. So the choice is we can go after the Ring of Spell Turning, which is less powerful, but closer, or we can go for the Cube of Mystic Forces, which is the opposite of those things that I just said. I really want to know what a Cube of Mystic Forces is, so that's the one I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Pentegarn tells us that we're the most specialist boy, and that we were destined to come here, and blah blah blah. Maybe this pays off later. Whatever. He also lets us know that once we get the cube, the evil one is going to know that we're here, so thanks for not telling us that earlier, you fuck. Now, before our buff friend Baltec can Ocarina of Time style lift this pillar up that the cube is under, it's under a big pillar for some reason, we're attacked by, and drink this in because it's awesome, and, you know, I didn't think the covers were indicative of what was going to happen in the book, but yes, a skeleton dragon attacks. That's cool. We jump in front of Pentegarn to protect him from the bone dragon, but since it's a choose your own adventure book, we actually choose whether or not to do that. And I'm a good boy, so I'm going to choose to do that and hopefully not get killed. We managed to do basically nothing to the skeleton dragon before Baltec throws us out of the way and just chops the fucking thing's head off, killing it in probably a very painful, even for a dead thing, very painful death. And then the book tells you how awesome Baltec's muscles are. Baltec removes his sweat-slicked armor and flexes his arm and leg muscles. His body is covered with a film of sweat. Gross. Never have you seen such enormous muscles. I'm getting an enormous muscle just thinking about it. So sexy-ass Baltec lifts the pillar, and we grab the cube, which actually sounds kind of boring the way they describe it, but we get it. And then Pentegarn boops it a few times, and then he turns into less old Pentegarn, which I guess is great. But then goblins! But like a lot of goblins this time. Well, I'm serious. We're given the option to either fight or flight, and I feel like we got the cube, so let's get the fuck out of here. This page is mostly just a justification for another choice. There's a cave, and then there's some bats, and Pentegarn doesn't make it into the cave, even though he pointed out the cave to us. And then we've got either Lydia's plan, which is something, it's not clear, and Baltec's plan, which is to fight the goblins we literally just ran away from. Baltec, we just ran away. No, we're doing Lydia's thing. Stupid. Oh, never mind. After killing some number of goblins, because apparently Lydia's plan was kill some number of goblins, only sneaky, we rescue Pentegarn, who got the shit mugged out of him, and now all he has is his magical staff. So with no mention of how bad it is that the evil master probably has the cube now, or the ring, just no mention of the ring, we're off again. So Pentegarn magic flies us over to the evil one's castle tower, I guess. I think we're done with the ring, and it's kind of bothering me that we're done with the ring now. But okay, there we go. We're in the castle now. Also, it turns out that specialist boy thing from a while back, that's actually paying off, because Pentegarn is our great-grandfather, and this is kind of our kingdom, and we're having a touching moment. Suddenly goblins! Haha, just kidding, I tricked you. It's not goblins at all. But Baltec is gone, and Lydia thinks he went to go steal all the treasure, even though that's her thing. Whatever. He's gone now, and we can either go find him, or we can wait for him. That sounds like the lamest way to keep this adventure going. So let's go get him! Yay! Oh no, he's dead! Boo! So yeah, it looks like Baltec got a bad case of the Boromirs, by which I mean he got tempted by an evil power, and then he got a bunch of goblin arrows in him. And yes, I know Boromir got a bunch of Urukai arrows in him. So, you know, actually, shut up. So, Baltec's dead. That sucks. And a trapdoor opens up next to Baltec's dead body. And, yeah, it's time to go fight the evil master. Or Lydia's plan, which is sneak around again. No, I'm siding with Magical Grandpa on this one. Let's go fight this dude. We enter the evil one's lair, preparing for our final encounter. There's a bunch of skeletons and goblins, and the evil one shapeshifts a few times, and then he shows off Grandpa's magical staff that's even magicaler than his magic staff that he has now. Pentegarn throws a lightning bolt at the evil master, who just bounces it back and blows up the less magical staff. So that's bad. So our choices are either to bow down, just bow down to the guy, or knock the hands out of a dude we've seen turn into a wolf, and a bunch of bats, and also just straight up evil fog. Well, I didn't come all this way to kiss evil right in the brown eye bear door, so let's go. Fuck you, evil master. We try to grab the staff, but for the last time in this adventure, are suddenly goblined. We do cause enough commotion for Pentegarn to make his move, and he gets into a shoving match with the evil one. It is as lame as it sounds. So, Magical Grandpa shoves the evil one really hard and then blows up all the goblins and the evil one, and I guess himself. When you can see and hear again, the room is empty except for you and Lydia. There is a scorch mark where Pentegarn and the evil one fought, and dozens of broken skeletons litter the floor. The goblins are nowhere to be seen, presumably dead. Did we win, you ask? I'm not sure, Lydia says, but the evil one is gone. And so is Pentegarn, you add sadly. What are we supposed to do now? Rebuild the kingdom? I sure wish we had Pentegarn here to help. He gave everything he had to save us, Jamie, and also Baltek is dead. I guess that means he trusted us to do the job. Do you think we'll be good rulers, you ask? Starting to climb back out of the tower? What's this wee business, snorts Lydia. You be the ruler. I'm not cut out for that sort of stuff. Just give me a ton of your treasure, and I'll be happy. Get the fuck out of here, Lydia. What did you do this whole time except suggest looting me? Looting my kingdom? Yeah, get out of here. Also, then Fox says a joke, and it's hilarious. Fox, whatever. We don't care. So, that's it. That's Pillars of Pentegarn. I gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I like the action. Even as a grown man, I still like killing a wolf. Sort of. I feel bad. But the goblins, they had it coming. And also, I got thrown out of a fight between a skeleton dragon and a buff dude who's really buff. I kind of wish I had gotten a better ending for Pentegarn because he just kind of evaporated and then now it's my problem to do the thing. But overall, I'd say like a solid 8 out of 10 for Pillars of Pentegarn. It was a good time. Fun book. Thank you for watching. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the things that people do. Don't bother following me on any social media. I'm not on it. What's the internet even?